everyone, Deacon's back, and today we're looking at the new top tier 10 of the US light cruisers, the Worcester. Now this ship I've been looking forward to ever since it was announced. I'm a massive fan of the Atlanta. I love that kind of play style, using islands, popping from island to island, using them as cover, getting up close and personal, firing lots of shells at the enemy, and really just harassing ships. And I love it. This thing is, well, I'm not going to call it the Worcester, I'm going to call it the Mega Atlanta, because this thing is just mega. Absolutely phenomenal. 152mm cannons, set over 6 different turrets, 3 at the front, 3 at the back. The only issue I've got with it is the 2nd and the 5th turret don't fire when you're pointing nose in. You've got to get a decent angle for them to be firing, therefore giving up a lot of your side. But the angles aren't actually that bad. I think it's about there. Have a look at armor layout. The only issue you've got is, other than your Citadel armor belt, which is 127, everything else is 25mm. So the deck's pretty good, deck's 30, but overall you don't want to be seen in this thing. You get seen in this, I can assure you, you get deleted. Okay, faster than you can blink. I've been hit by battleships and gone from full health to 1000 from one salvo, and that's me being lucky and not dying. And again, it didn't matter what angle it was at. But other than that, I love this ship. It is phenomenally good fun when you put it in the right positions. Okay, so again, like usual, we're going to go through my build, my preferred build, and then we're going to go through a game, and I'll show you how I get on in it. So moving on to modules to begin with, you've got a lot of choice here, really, not really. Everything you're going to take as premium if you can afford it. It's very expensive. Okay, I will tell you that now. It is very, very, very expensive to run this ship without a premium account. But damage control, you're going to have damage control. Defensive AA, you can have that as well. Radar, yeah, you can have that too. Heal, yep, you've got a heal. And hydro. So there's no choice there other than the fact that you're going to go premium or you're going to go standard consumables. Okay, I go premium and everything. I've got enough credits to get by, and I've got a premium account which helps me out a little bit. To upgrade, now this is where decisions start coming in. Okay, so main armaments modification 1 for myself in the first slot. Second slot, I've gone for the radar module. You could go with the hydroacoustic search module. You could go with defensive fire module. If you don't have any of these, I don't see why you wouldn't now. You can buy them in the arsenal for 17,000 coal. I highly recommend getting the one that suits you best. I would be going for probably damage control systems mod 1. Okay, so you got a choice there. Second one, 80 guns mod 2. The reason I've gone for this is with a full defensive fire build, you've got an 8.6 kilometer range. Okay, there's a bubble of 8.6 kilometers around you. With full concealment build, you didn't get spotted by air until 7.2 kilometers, so you can air snipe. Well, you can draw them in and then just start eating them alive. And when you consider, okay, the rating's 100, I can assure you it's a hell of a lot higher than that. The number just doesn't go higher. You've got 73 for your short range. You've got 39 for your mid range. And then your long range is, well, actually all these are 7. Another mid range is 307, and then your long range is 121. Okay, and that's not including the fact that you're putting on defensive fire and stuff. You eat planes. I kid you not. If an aircraft carrier is stupid enough to come near you, they're dead. Just full out dead. Okay, they will not get anywhere near you, especially if you pop your defensive fire at the right time. I had a full strike package from a Hakuryu come at me the other day, and they disappear. You're not going to see it in the game we play. There's not an aircraft carrier in the game we play later. But they're just gone. Gone. They just don't have a chance. Okay, so fantastic. 80 defense. That's why I've gone for that there. If you don't fancy going that way, I'd probably go for aiming systems mod 1. Okay. Here, like all American cruisers, you're playing around islands an awful lot. You won't be able to slow up and start up really fast. Okay. Making sure you're keeping those islands between you and the enemies that you're shooting at. So propulsion's mod 2. Concealment systems mod 1 here for me. Now I am currently grinding out the legendary module. which will go into this slot. I am not sure I will use it. I will give it a go, see how I feel about it. Okay, but at the moment, having a concealment of 9.5 is just really, really useful. It allows me to get into positions that you wouldn't normally see cruisers in. And then finally, I've gone for main battery modification 3. Okay, reducing my reload time down to 4 seconds. 4 seconds. You'll get to see what that looks like shortly. Okay, your main firing range of 16.7 is plenty. You do not need more. So that the gunfire control systems mod 2 is not worth it, and your AA is so good you really don't need mod 3 for the AA guns. You get the extra 25%. If you really want to be horrible, then go for it, but it's so rare that you see aircraft carriers that this is just the way to go. You eat things. Okay, my captain. Now I'm a little bit in a quandary at the moment. I'm trying to decide whether or not I want to change something. Okay, but here's the build so far. I have priority target, and this will be the order I take them in. Priority target, adrenaline rush. I've gone for demolition expert. I'm thinking about swapping this to superintendent, only because of the sheer amount of consumables that you have. This gives you a lot of potential. Okay, then I go concealment expert. Once I've got concealment expert, I'd be saving up for inertia fuse for HE shells. Then I'd be saving up for advanced firing training, and then my final point goes on preventative maintenance. Okay, so that's the build I would go. I can't decide between these two though. Okay, at the moment I've got demolition expert and I'm really enjoying it. Okay, because I'm setting lots of fires. Superintendent, I'm trying out on the Seattle and on the Cleveland and those ships, and again I'm having great fun with them as well. So there's a bit of a quandary there for me right now. There we go. Anyway, that's my build, guys. Let's move on to the game. I'm not really taking any second to breathe. We're straight into battle. So here we go. We're on the north map. I really like this map for this kind of ship. Looking over the teams on both sides, they look pretty even. There's a couple of Moskvas on the enemy team. They're quite worrying me. There's 2 Worcesters on the enemy team as well. Only 4 battleships per side. So overall it's not too bad. But if you've watched my Cleveland review, you get an idea of what I'm about to do. Okay, this ship, what I really like about this line is all the way from the Dallas, in fact even the Omaha before it, all the way up, you start playing these ships the same way to get the most out of them, I feel. Well, this is the way I like to play them anyway. I know other people enjoy them different ways, and I've had discussions, I'll put in inverted commas, with people in other types of ship telling me that I'm camping when I'm the closest thing to the enemy. But, oh, you're behind a rock, blah blah blah. Yeah, okay, fair enough. But overall, people got to understand that each ship type is played differently. Okay, and this ship type just loves to use islands as cover. Light cruisers do this. Unlike the British, okay, you don't have your own movable terrain piece. Okay, so you don't really have a choice. You've got to do what I'm about to do to keep yourself alive, to cause the damage that's going to have a positive impact on the game. Okay, to allow yourself to be in positions to do what's about to happen very, very shortly. So what you want to do is you need to find a nice little area like this. Okay, so you'll see there's decent enough terrain here to cover me. I'm positioning myself so that I'm not spotted by what I'm looking at there right now. Okay, you can't spot me through the gap at the back. You can't spot me to my front. The only reason that I'm getting spotted right now is because of radar. And I expect that's that Worcester on the other side, or a Moskva or something. Okay, so I'm just getting myself in position. This is where priority target comes in. I know that I'm not being targeted right now, even though I'm spotted. So I feel quite safe, so I can start reversing again. And I'm going to move back. Destroyer spotted. Right, my first thoughts at this point. I need to get rid of that destroyer. He's going to go and try and take B. Now, he knows I'm here. He knows exactly where I am. I've been spotted. I was spotted by radar for a good 30 seconds. So, what does he think I'm going to do? Again, I'm not spotted when I fire. This is what you need to have done. Yes, if I get spotted and a battleship wants to take umbrage with me, he will seriously punish me. That was a lucky hit, I have to admit. So I'm popping my hydro to make sure that any torpedoes from that Harikaze are going to miss, because I know where they are. I'm coming around. I hit my radar. I've got just shy of 50 seconds. There he is. Can I hit him? Yes. And then Rex in the Zow's giving me a hand as well. And the Harikaze doesn't stand a chance. That's him gone out the game. Now we're going to start harassing an Izumo. And see what I mean about not needing the range? You can get up close to the enemy without them ever knowing you're there. And then you can start doing stuff like this. And you just keep up the fire. You just don't stop. Just look at the rate of fire. I haven't taken any damage yet, so I'm still at a 4-second reload. Okay? Later on in the game, I'm a bit lower health. And I'm down to about 3 seconds. It's this. Okay, it's not quite as fast as a Minotaur, but the tools at your disposal are exceptional. Absolutely exceptional. I just don't stop. That Izumo will be hating me right now. He hates me so much that he's going to take a blind shot in a second. Maybe another 30 seconds. So we've got 2 caps to their none. But we've lost 3 ships. They've only lost 1. There's another fire. That's up to 3 fires now. Up to 50,000 damage with 6 minutes gone. There's that blind shot I was telling you about. Let's start moving, edging forward a little bit. And that Izumo's dead. He knows it. He's dead. There you go, 70,000 damage. Less than 6 minutes gone. So we now pick our next target. It's going to be that Freddy. And yes, these shells look, but once you get used to them, he's turning away. Okay, so I'm going to start reversing around. Try to make a decision on what I want to do. What I actually want to do at this point is I want to push into B. But I don't want to reverse in, I want to go in forward. I want to go deal with that Moskva and Worcester that are south of the island to me that you can just see. They're low HP. And I want to help out the guys who are pushing through the sea cap. So just taking my time. It was me spotted there for a second. There's the radar. I'm going to assume that's from the lone remaining poor cruiser in that corner. Trying to get my aim right. And now moving forward into B. No longer spotted, the radar's gone from the Worcester because he's dead. So we've taken this side of the map, it's ours. They're all south of A, or in A. So I'm going to move to my next island. Which is that nice big one right there in front of me. detected, which means there's a sneaky little sneakier. But again, full concealment build, your radar goes out further than your concealment does, so you can pop radar, spot them, start running fire on them. Your turrets turn so fast as well that it doesn't take very long. So I get myself in a nice position, keep myself safe. As Gearing's doing a good job of reversing and moving forward for me not to hit him, so I figured that out a little bit late, but there we go. Get one more salvo at him. Okay, turning onto the car first. Just continuously firing, you just don't stop. Roosevelt dealt with him. Getting in behind this island. Worcester's already got the General Halsey captain. A little bit jealous. Okay, there's that. Gearing down. Okay, so we're gonna edge forward. I want to start dealing with this Conqueror. Again, using the island to keep myself safe. Aeroplane are nearby, okay. Actually, at this point I was going to change to firing like that, finally taking that plane out. Again, keeping the island between me and the enemy. There's the Shima. I have no idea where this Kurfürst is pushing. None whatsoever. We've got this game in the bag. Okay, absolutely and utterly in the bag. We've got 3 caps to their 1. We have more ships than them, and then for some reason some players just take it upon themselves to start charging. Giving the potential back to the enemy team to win it. Like, we're on 710 points, they're not even on 300 yet. Well, there we go. We're no longer in 7, and they're over 300 now because they've gained over 100 points on us just because of that. What's going to happen? A Missouri who's got so little health is going to make a decision that he wants to push. Tell him to get back. Guess what happens to him? At the end of the day, it's only a game, so... But we all want to win, don't we? Anyway, I'm reversing now. There's an awful lot around that corner. I know there's a Moskva. There's a Worcester over there. Who's playing this, and I've got to be fair to the guy. Or girl. That just not... It's hardly taking any damage. Now, is that because... Well, there goes the Missouri. Is that because... ducking and weaving and dodging, or because they haven't been the focus of attention? Start shooting at me, so I start moving, get out of the way again. So I now know at this point that I'm being spotted south. I know that they're south. There's something south of me, and it can only be a Shima. So I'm going to wait. I'll pop my hydro in a second, and then I'll pop my radar. There's my hydro, so I can see where the torps are. There they are. There's the radar. Right, so let's see if I can deal with this Shima. And a very healthy looking Moskva. Okay, I'm changing my target. I'm changing my target to his top of his bow. Top of his bow. Reason being that's 25mm there and I can penetrate that. He's firing AP at me, but he's bouncing because he's going for that. He's trying to citadel me. And he won't get that. I'll try and use this island to protect myself because I can fire over it, but I don't think they can. Hindenburg finishes him off. Right, onto the Shima. As we try and finish off the Shima, I can tell you now, this is how the game ends. We're really close to victory at the moment. But we'll take a few more shots and straight into the results screens. So, 144,000 damage, 329 shell hits, and top of the team. So I can't complain. I was really happy with that. Not the best damage I've had in it, but it's certainly a really good average to keep going. But going to what I was talking about earlier, I haven't been spotted by this Yamato, okay? But this is going to show you the actual weakness of getting shot at in this ship. And yes, you could say this can happen to any cruiser. You're right, it can happen to any cruiser. But I'm not spotted. I haven't been spotted yet. But he knows I'm here, so I expect he's popped his spotter plane, so he's got a much better angle. He's aimed at where the shells are coming from. And he's just done a double citadel on there and probably a couple penetrations. So that's the weakness of this ship, just shown to you there. But I cannot complain about it. I love this ship. It is absolutely brilliant, and you'll see a lot more of me in this going forward. Maybe not in videos, but if you see me out on the seas, I'll most possibly be in this. Anyway guys, thank you for watching. See you out there. Cheers.